Welcome to the Simon Vadelma Podcast, where we discuss fine line tattoos, art, and tattoo-related topics for everyone. Welcome. My name is Simon Vadelma. I am a tattoo artist and co-owner of Vadelma Tattoo in Amsterdam. The summer is coming, and the question, can I get a tattoo in the summer, is back. In today's episode, we are going to talk about it from different perspectives, and let's see what happens. I will try to clarify the most common misconception that repeat all over again every year and try to show that for many of you, getting a tattoo in the summer might be in fact a good option. To support, visit our art print store at www.vadelmaprints.com, where you can find Natalie's original artwork, museum-quality art prints in one size only, by design, like in the real paintings. Origins of the myth. Questions about getting a tattoo in the summer always becomes trendy when it's warmer again. But have you ever wondered why people ask that question only in the places where there are 4 seasons, like Northern Europe or much of Canada, where the sunny and hot days are limited throughout the year? While it is an uncommon question for people from California or Sydney. I was also wondering why it is so specific to our climate zone, where definitely the Netherlands is. And the most logical answer that came to my mind was that it is the scarcity of sun in combination with warmth makes some people wonder whether or not it is a good idea to get a tattoo during such time and potentially miss something during those days, like swimming or lying on the beach. If you wait 7-8 months for some sun and opportunity to go outside without 10 layers on you in your home country, it makes sense to hesitate to some degree. I lived in Finland for 3 years and I totally get it. You don't want to interfere with the precious week of summer, which in fact sometimes it's literally a week only if the year is unusually cold. In Finland, by the way, the biggest national holiday is called Juhannus. It lasts 2 days and it is indeed a celebration of summer solstice. That's how summer is worshipped there. Let's break down the logic behind the consideration about getting a tattoo in the summer. I will go through the most common statements. UV rays from the sun can fade fresh tattoos. I totally agree. That's why it is important to keep the fresh tattoo out of the direct sun when it's still healing, so around 3-4 weeks, as well as avoiding sunburns before getting a tattoo. Pretty obvious one. But the strong sun in the winter or spring can cause the same damage to the new tattoo. There is no difference here. All of you who are skiing know that it's easy to get tanned or even sunburned on the ski slope. Even though the temperature might be below zero, some can still argue that in the winter it is easier to cover the tattoo with clothes, but basically in the summer as well. It depends on the placement. Upper thigh or biceps area are, for example, super easy to keep away from the sun. In most placements, there is really no problem to hide the fresh tattoo from the direct sun. On the other hand, I know people who have sensitive skin that easily get sunburned, and they always have long shirts when they go to the strong sun. So, as you can see, the fact that the UV rays can fade a fresh tattoo is a valid argument, but the one that can be easily handled if you only want to. And when the tattoo is healed, you can simply put the sunscreen on it. It's as easy as that. You have to avoid swimming for 3-4 weeks. Water, lakes, oceans equals bacteria, and salty or chloride water. That equals risk of infection, inflammation. Another good one. It is common point that keeps people away from getting a tattoo in the summer. For those who love to swim in lake or the sea, it is definitely not recommended to do it with a new tattoo. If you are one of those guys, then certainly postpone the session for autumn. But please keep in mind that lying in a bathtub, sitting in a sauna, or swimming in a swimming pool is also bad for your new tattoo, no matter the season. However, again, is everyone swimming all summer long and lying on the beach? Of course not. It is very individual. World will be boring if we were all the same. The last common argument that sometimes prevents people from getting a tattoo in the summer is the fact that more sweating caused by hot weather can irritate healing skin. Well, it is true, but again, it depends on the person, conditions someone is living, working, spending time in, and probably to some degree their own genetics. Sweating a lot can indeed negatively impact the final result of your tattoo. That's why it is not recommended to do high-intensity interval training, fast running, and such activities anyway, no matter the time of the year. But if you work in an office all day with air conditioning or have one at home, what's the difference it makes to get the tattoo in the summer or not? Even if there's 30 degrees outside, which is not that common in Holland, most of the summer is pretty mild. Majority of tattoo studios, including Vadelma Tattoo, has also air conditioning, so you can get a tattoo in a pleasant atmosphere, then go back home. Typically in public transportation or car or bike, and just lay on the couch all afternoon and evening long, making sure you make as little movements as possible to minimize the risk of sweating. So, it is not that you can't do a tattoo in the summer. It is not even that you need to be really more careful. Healing protocol is exactly the same and is as important during the winter as in the summer. Taking good care of your fresh tattoo is easy. It is very, very important, but it's easy. On our website, you can find extensive information about that topic, so you can always check it there, and in the future I will make a whole episode for you and tell in detail how to take care of the tattoo. Please just don't underestimate the first 3-4 weeks with the new ink. It really affects the final result of the tattoo. Maybe for you, summertime is the best moment to get a tattoo. After you listened to the myth-buster part of this episode, maybe you found out that getting a tattoo in the summer might be in fact a good option for you, and it won't interfere with any of your plans. What do you think? Many people have vacation, 2-3 weeks off from work could be a convenient time to book an appointment with no rush and really celebrate the tattoo session. Also, not everybody is going abroad during vacation. I think that the Netherlands is a beautiful country to spend holidays. I really mean it. It has so many great places to go. It amazed me every time when I found out about the new city or region in Holland I was not aware of yet. I'm always grateful when our clients share with us some hidden gems about this country during the tattoo session. You know, not that touristy places, but those for those who know. There is also one benefit about getting a tattoo when the weather is kinder to us that no one really talks about. Our skin typically is in the best condition then. It is easy to notice that. Skin is soft and well nourished even without creams and balsam or additional skin routines. This is of course directly related to the tattooing process. Skin in a good condition equals smoother implementation. Without cold wind and low temperatures, our skin is softer. I think I don't need to explain it further, especially if you live in the same climate zone as I do. You know perfectly how it's working. Summary. That will be it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. My goal this time was to show you that getting a tattoo in the summer is perfectly fine, and taking care of the fresh tattoo is exactly the same as during any other time. Depending on your own personality and the way of living, getting a tattoo in the summer might be even the best time of the year to do so. Always think for yourself, and if you have some questions, I recommend searching for reliable sources rather than repeating old stereotypes. Stereotypes can be like urban legends. There's often a bit of truth in them, but it's wrapped in so many layers of assumption and imagination that it often destroys reality. Have a good day and have fun!